let's talk about the timeline of building a print-on-demand business and the steps involved. This is going to be the building an audience edition. What platforms to use, what to post, when to start promoting your t-shirts or other products, and the entire process in between. The best part about this strategy is it doesn't cost a penny at the beginning. It will only potentially cost at the point when you want to start getting sales, but that's only if you do a specific way of marketing or a specific way of actually uploading your designs onto a store, but it can be completely free throughout if that's what you want to do. So we're going to make a 3-month timeline using the iPad. I know, 3 months sounds like a long time, and if you're thinking about becoming successful overnight, that does not exist, and this video is not for you. So if you're looking to become an overnight success, as people like to call it, I want to tell you that does not exist. And for any news article or whoever to say someone has become an overnight success is talking out of their arse, because that person who is an overnight success has actually worked years probably, or a long time, has worked their arse off to get where they are, but people just see the success part and just say, oh, they're an overnight success. So first, let's draw the timeline. So we're going to have the activity over there. We're going to have the time over here. So we've got time. We're going to have month 1. We're going to have month 2. I need to try and write because I'm left-handed and I block the screen. I need to try and write so that you can still see what's going on. And then we're going to have activity. So the thing you have to do over here, okay? This is going to be our base. Now we need to start filling this. So in month 1, we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to be doing some niche research, and we're going to pick a niche we want to focus on. I know a lot of people like having lots of different niches, but for this example, let's just focus on one broad niche so that you can create a following around it. So over here in month 1, we're going to put niche, okay? And we'll put niche research. And let me change the color so we can kind of mix it up a bit. So let's go for a red. Now the next thing we need to do is actually start going on these social media platforms. We're going to be doing an Instagram page, Facebook group, TikTok, and don't worry, you don't need to be posting dancing videos or anything like that. And finally, Pinterest. Now, if you don't want to do any of these, that's absolutely fine. It just gives you a good all-round base to attract potential customers. So again, in month 1, let's put over here, this is going to be Pinterest. And I'm going to explain to you why it's such a long thing, but Pinterest, and let's change the color to blue for Facebook, right? And again, we're going to do the same thing. Again, I'll explain to you why it goes on for so long. And now we have to do Instagram. We'll put Instagram as purple. And then lastly, for green, we're going to be doing TikTok. So you can see this is over a 2-month period, okay? This bubble here, let me change the color one more time. This bubble here is 2 months. This will go on for a solid 2 months before you try to sell anything. I know that's not what you want to hear and it sounds crazy, but again, this is a long game. And if you do throw money into the mix, then I'd suggest throwing up some ads from day 1 and building your audience like that. So I would put some ads over here and build your audience from there. But if you don't want to do this with ads, then I would spend 2 months building before anything happens over there. And I'm going to explain what happens over here in just a second. First, let me just quickly go through what you should be doing with TikTok, with Pinterest, with Facebook, and with Instagram. So starting with TikTok, you want to see how you can incorporate current TikTok trends or world event trends into your niche. You don't need to go on camera. Some of the biggest TikTok channels don't have a face to them. Just make sure it relates. If this means wearing the t-shirt, using video mock-ups or something, then that's absolutely fine. But you don't have to relate it to the t-shirt specifically. You can just relate it to your overall niche and the overall trend. It could actually give quite a nice twist on the trend if you link your niche into it, which could actually have a lot of viral aspects. For Facebook, you want to do a page and a group. I say this because a group is much better for having an engaged fan base. You just want to watch out for the people who spam it with their own links and that kind of stuff. You want to make sure you have some rules. And I say a page so you can connect that to Instagram and down the line maybe run ads, but the aim is to post a couple of times a day to your page, 3 to 4 times, and a few times to the group. I have videos specifically on this which you can check out, and I'll link to them in the description about what you should be posting to different social media platforms. Also, find similar groups and start interacting with them, commenting. Outreach is absolutely huge on Facebook, and one of the best ways to, gain brand awareness for your own brand, your own niche, is to start talking to other people and share thoughts, share ideas. Let them share their brand, you can share your brand, that kind of thing. With Instagram, start posting daily, multiple times a day, and add to your story every single day. Try doing the follow for follow method to kickstart your Instagram, then unfollow those who obviously don't follow. And I know this isn't the best method, but so many people do it and it really works. And technically there isn't anything wrong with it. So just do it within reason. If you don't like this method, then of course you don't have to do it, but a lot of people find it very, very good. And of the YouTubers I watch who have pages with hundreds and thousands of Instagram followers and make a lot of money with Instagram, this is one of the main ways they actually get those followings, or they kickstart those followings. You also want to like and comment on other people's work, share them in your stories, tag others in your stories, DM people for potential collabs, and you can even find commenting pods or community pods which you can join, which can then help kickstart the engagement on your own Instagram account. Make sure to also use relevant hashtags that aren't oversaturated. So if you're a new Instagram account, then use hashtags that have under 100,000 results. This will give you a higher chance to show up and make it to the top 9. There is no point you using a hashtag that has 20 million results if you are a brand new account, because you are going to just fall straight through the cracks and no one is going to see you. And finally, Pinterest. This is a new one for us, but it's a huge one and I'm just starting to see the potential in it. Create boards that are categories for your niche. So if your niche is animals, boards for all the different types of animals, and add tons of pins, add videos, save other people's pins, comment on others, interact with others, and make sure to use relevant titles, keywords, and descriptions so you can start getting your post ranked. After focusing on all of these channels, doing all of these things for the first 2 months, you should start to see at least some of these channels build an audience. Chances are Pinterest and TikTok will build the fastest, but the idea of doing it for 2 months consistently without giving up or stopping is that it will hopefully enable your audience to grow to the point where you can then start marketing your designs to them. Right, we are now at this point. Woohoo! This is where we start doing marketing. So let's write marketing. My handwriting is atrocious today. Marketing. Big arrows into marketing. Right, this is where we do marketing in month 3. But I want to just quickly say, just because we're doing marketing in month 3, it does not mean we forget all of this, okay? This, Insta, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, still continues on forever and ever. That is a long time, but I don't mean forever, but just continue it on. Don't stop that to replace it with marketing. Marketing, and when I say marketing, I mean posting about your t-shirts, your designs, your mugs, whatever you may be posting about, should be integrated very subtly into your normal social feed, your normal social posting schedule. So at this point, we have to start designing. So this is where designing takes place, okay? This is designing, right? Designing has to happen between the end of month 2 and month 3. You may already have designs already in your mind, or you may be designing completely from scratch, but this is where research comes in. Based on trends, evergreen trends, what people are looking for in your niche that you may have realized after interacting with all of those different Facebook groups and people on Instagram. You don't have to go crazy here. Start with one design and just keep going. You don't need mad designs. Text-based designs here are absolutely fine and are hugely popular. Now that you have a couple of designs, it's time to start a store. And this is where it can take a few days. I would avoid places like Redbubble and platforms that are similar because you don't need their marketplaces, seeing as you're building your own audience and sending your own traffic, and there is no point paying a premium to be there, which you'd be doing on the cost of the shirt. So for example, a Redbubble shirt costs $16.58, which is ridiculous, and it's a very high amount to be paying on a shirt, whereas Printful, it could cost you $8, right? Which is half the price basically. I would suggest creating your own store, and there are tons of platforms which you can do that on. There's Etsy, Shopify, Motif, Spreadshop, Zyro, or even Spring. And now if you don't want to spend a penny but want the best chance of getting sales, I think Etsy is a good option, as people trust Etsy, and it also comes with that marketplace, which is basically free. I know there's a 20-cent fee to post a product, but that hardly counts. The benefits of Shopify is the full control of a website and a potential customer that comes at a fee. And a cheaper option than Shopify would be Zyro, which is an awesome platform, very similar to that of Shopify, but more powerful. More you can do at a fraction of the cost. So check that out in the description. All the links are there. Zyro connects to Printful just like Etsy or Shopify. The link for Printful is there too. But I just want to quickly say this video is sponsored by Zyro. I want to talk about Zyro just for a quick 30 seconds. Zyro is an amazing website. It has really cool drag and drop feature where you can literally build an entire site out. As well as that, it comes with all the same things all the other platforms come with: email marketing, knowing your customers, the e-commerce side of things, connecting with Printful, and it's at a fraction of the cost of the big brands like Shopify and all those platforms. You can literally get it for around $8 a month. So again, if Zyro is interesting to you, then check out my link in the description. If you don't know what Zyro is and you didn't watch my previous video on the full tutorial of Zyro, click up here. You can actually go and watch that full tutorial after watching this video if you want. It's a really, really powerful platform. Right, back to the video. Now, whilst doing all of your shops here, so let's put Zyro, let's put Etsy, right? Let's potentially put Shopify, who knows, right? Whilst putting all of your platforms here and doing that in month 3, it's time to start posting a few posts or doing some subtle posts to actually get sales. So once your store is finished, add it to all of your social platforms. Pinterest, you can add it to all your new pins, and if you have very popular pins that took off, you can go back, edit them, and add a link. So the fact that they've taken off and they're getting a lot of shares, you can now put a link to the t-shirt so people can go and buy it. That is huge. That is amazing that you can do that. Now, when it comes to posting your designs on your socials, make sure not to flood your accounts with promos. It looks spammy and no one wants to see it. Definitely create some promo dedicated posts, but you can also create lifestyle photos and have the little shop icon there, so it's a subtle reminder that they can buy what they see in the photo, a bit like these places that I'm showing you here. And of course, still predominantly post normal photos like you were doing beforehand. So if you're posting 3 posts a day, still post 3 posts a day, and maybe every 3 or 4 days, post 1 promo shirt, something like that. This, in my mind, is an ideal timeline to begin with. It's only 3 months, and if you feel nothing has come from it after 3 months, then stop and move on, try something new, or keep going. In the grand scheme of things, 3 months really isn't a long time to spend on something to see if it can turn into something big. This is the advice I give when I do private consultations with people, whether they're friends, whether they're clients, whoever they are. And in fact, I want to just quickly tell you a story. It kind of makes you realize why, this is a mess by the way, but it makes you realize why this is such a good thing just to start. This person I told this to, during the meeting, he was loving it. He thought it was brilliant. He just thought it was amazing. Anyway, I followed up with him a month later to see how he was getting on. And he turned around and he said to me, "No, I didn't do it. It was too much work and it would have taken too much time. I'm looking for something a lot more immediate. I need success a lot faster than this." I was like, seriously? Really? After all of that, I explained it to you? Like, just try it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I contacted him about 6 months later. So now that's 7 months in total because of the first month. So 7 months in total later, I messaged him. I said, "Hey, how's it going? Did you find that success you were looking for? You know, what happened?" He goes, "Yeah, no, I haven't done it yet. Like, it's just a lot of work, you know, the normal excuses." And I'm just happy, you know, he didn't come back for more consultation because I don't like dealing with people who are like that, basically. I feel like it's a massive waste of my time and their time for that matter. But anyways, in my mind, I'm thinking you're now 7 months down the line. If you would have just done this 3-month thing, then you would be great. And even if it didn't work, it's still 3 months. You are now 4 months further along than those initial 3 months. and you haven't got any further, you're still looking for that overnight success. And if that person's watching this video, they know exactly who they are. And it's just a real shame, because you could have done something and decided after 3 months if it worked, but you didn't. You kept looking, you kept looking, you kept looking for that overnight success. 7 months later, you're still looking. That is not a good position to be in, and I don't want you to be in that position. So don't be that person. Give it a go, and if you don't want to do this, just do something similar where you're putting in the work to build something big. Stop trying to find that immediate success. I hope this helped. I hope this mess of a piece of work helped you, this timeline. I hope it helped you. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, what you think of this strategy, if you think you could try it, if you think it could work for you. Let me know in the comments down below, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.